Hey everyone, and welcome to day 3 of the 1 hour Vibe Coder course. My name's Kobe Omanaka, and I should say from the start, I am not a coder, but I'm learning via AI. And I've been super impressed at the small things I've done over the past couple of days. And this is day 3, so we're going to take a step forward from the tool that we made yesterday, a tool called Daily Starter, which just displayed a little greeting. Yesterday I created the app. Yesterday I created the tool, which appears in the terminal, which is the Word interface document, the Word interface window, and that showed up a randomized greeting and the date and the time, and also had a little quiz where I was asked to guess where the quote was from the film, what film the quote was from, or what TV show the quote was from, and that was quite nice as a fun thing to do. So I'm going to take that same tool and expand on it and upgrade it, and I'll show you what the plan is for today. So this is where we're going to do hello, it's the wrong slide, Gromit. So the plan for today is to make the tool, the Daily Starter tool, a bit more personalized, to show my name, and then we'll ask Cursor and we'll ask Claude if there's anything that it feels it can do to personalize it a bit more, to make it a bit more interesting. Give it a bit more better layouts and some colors, add some colors to it. Yesterday, if you remember, I had some trouble with the terminal within Claude Code, but the terminal that is the standard one within the Mac was absolutely fine. So I'm going to ask it again if you can sort that out. And the last thing is to pull some data, pull some information from the internet, and add that to the little tool, to the Daily Starter tool. So I'm thinking things like the weather, any news headlines, and basically see what we can get to that. So in order to do the pulling of the data, in order to pull the data, what we need to do is to find APIs. API stands for Application Program Interface. Don't worry about that. Basically, what that is a way to connect with apps and websites without having to go directly to the apps or websites themselves, which means you can just pull the data from the database and use it in a way that you want to use it, and use the capability of that tool or the app or the website without having to actually visit it. That means you can often do things a lot more quickly, and it means that you can get data from one place and pull it into your own apps or tools or whatever you want to use it for. So most APIs need you to understand coding. There's a horrible, scary documentation, which is like a maths exam, which is really confusing, and a lot of beginners look there. I've looked at API documents before, and I have quickly bounced off the pages. I'm going to show you the API documentation from Reddit. I'm showing you Reddit because I hope to do some stuff with Reddit later on in this course, but let's see what we get to. So this is the Reddit documentation, and already you can see lots and lots of scary stuff. Underscores. What the hell's this? Okay, list of countries and states or whatever. I have no idea what this means, and I can scroll now for a long time and not even get to the bottom of it. I'm scrolling back up now. So when you look at the documentation like this, when you first land on a page like this, it's super daunting. So that's why when I've looked at API documentation, like I just did now, I've thought, no, I'm not going to go there. But with Claude Code and Cursor, they can do a lot of lifting for you. The first thing to note is that this API, the APIs we're going to use are free to use. There's no need to sign up to a thing, give your username or password. These are readily accessible APIs to use, which makes them perfect for learning, and hopefully means we can just focus on how the APIs work without needing to handle the extra fiddly steps of authentication. The way we're going to look for APIs here is basically I'm going to ask Cursor to find me some APIs from other ones, and hopefully I'll come back with them. The place that Cursor and Claude Code will really help will be to find those APIs in the first place, read and interpret the scary ass documentation, write the codes to go and fetch the data and bring it back for me, parse the data, which means, work with it, formulate it put it into a format that the tool wants, and do some error handling, sort that all out itself. And also I'll ask it to explain exactly what it's doing in plain English, so we don't have to be too worried. Okay, so that's too much talking. There's much more talking than I expected to do. Let's go to cursor. Let's go clear. Hello. Okay, so I'm just going to ask it, which folder are you in at the moment, and what can you see there? Okay, so it's currently in the wrong folder, and it's asked me, should I navigate to the daily starter folder to do something specific with these files? Oops, I'm going to change so it's asking me here, should I navigate to the daily starter folder or do something specific with these files? So yeah, yes, navigate to the daily starter folder. Great. So as I said, what we want to do here is to have do some personalization. Easiest thing to personalize, of course, is my name. What I'm going to ask it to do is to ask me my name the first time, and then add and save that data to a file. And then when it runs each time, automatically or by default, search that file, find my name, and display it when the app runs. First of all, so I prepared a prompt for that purpose. Oh no, I just realised we're about 20 minutes in. Well, 10 minutes or so in. Don't worry, we'll keep an eye on this from now on. So I've prepared or thought of a prompt beforehand. Let's see how useful it is. So the prompt says, upgrade the daily starter tool by adding simple personalization. When the tool starts, it should check for the config file. If it exists, read the name from it. If it does not exist, ask the user for their name once. I'm going to put it into plan mode and run this prompt. Adding personalization to daily starter tool. Lovely. So this is now, here is the example flow that it wants to give. And then let's just say, build it. And it runs through here. I'm just going to pull this window down slightly. It's creating all the code. Boom, boom, boom. Verifying the final implementation by reading key sections. The tool now checks for a config file on startup. If it exists, if not, asks for the name once, saves it, then uses it. So at the moment, if we go to my Finder, you see a lot of crap here that you don't need. So if I go to my Finder, I'll bring the file down in a second. So now there is a config.json file which was created at 3 minutes past 8. So a minute ago as I record this. Currently 21 bytes, so super tiny file. So I'm going to go to the terminal within Claude Code just to test it. Hey, which folder are you in at the moment? It should be in the daily starter file. Yeah, cool. And then I can do, when you tap up, it scrolls through the code the text you went to before. So I know I've used this node dailystarter.js prompt before, so I'm going to hit that, and that should start the thing running. Yes, I want to proceed. So what it's done is it's called me Alice, which is not my name, and it says they're here. I don't know what that refers to, that film. Oh, there you go, it's Poltergeist. That's another thing. It gives you the answer at the bottom of terminal here. So I'm going to go to the other terminal, the proper terminal, and then click up to get to the last prompt I gave it before, which is this one, and then press enter. Again, it says hello Alice, welcome to Daily Starter. Who's on first? Then ask me to guess which film or TV show this is from. Got Silence of the Lambs. Great guess. The answer is the Naughty 90s. I have no idea what that film is. Okay, so it's added that. It's not asked me for anything. So I'm going to go back to cursor. Hey there. The tool didn't ask me what my name was and assumed that I was called Alice. Please can you get it to prompt what my name is the first time I open the file, and then save it to the config file so it pulls it up accurately each time going forward. Full stop. Let's run that. Okay, so now it says it will prompt for my name on the first run, then save it and use it going forward. Let's try that here in the terminal. I'm going to press up the cursor. What's my name? Kobe. And hello, Kobe. Welcome to Daily Starter. Tell them to go get out there with all they got and win just one for the Gipper. No idea what that film is. A baseball film, Field of Dreams. Correct answer is Knute Rockne All-American. I don't think that's a film. Okay, so we've got the personalization working. I'm just going to ask Cursor now. Okay, cool. You have some basic personalization by asking me my name. What other things do you think it'll be interesting to pull into a tool like this, which you can then use at a later date? Oh, wow. Oh, right. Okay, so this is interesting. So it suggested like streak tracking. So I'm going to ask it to count how many times I get the quote in a row, and then return whether I got it correct or not, and then also tell me about the streak, how far I got through the streak so far. Oh yeah, streak tracking, there you go. What's his days in a row using the tool? I want to know how he's got it correct. Let's build out that. Let's plan this. So let's go, that's the plan mode. Hi, I want to build out a feature within the tool which counts how many times I get the film quote correct. Full stop. It then displays it as a counter and says, congratulations, you have currently got X guesses correct in your streak. Full stop. Please think of better English than that. Yeah, let's just run that, see what happens. I love the way it's asking me questions. Great. So what should happen when you get a guess wrong? Reset the streak. So reset the streak to 0 and give me a commiserations line to say some motivating line. I don't know. Then it's asking me how strict should the answer matching be? I think, oop. So I love how it's asking me questions. So fuzzy matching, I like that. So here it is building out the plan. Oh, it's got some emojis in there. Okay, nice. So it's building out the plan, thought of the answer matching logic, checking for exact match, partial match, and common variations. Wow, beautiful. Let's go to build. Got 10 items in its to-do list. And now it's actually testing itself. Testing with a correct guess to verify streak tracking. I didn't know it tested itself. That's brilliant. Okay, that's the streak tracking feature is implemented and ready to use. Let's go back to terminal. Hey Kobe, welcome to Daily Starter. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Oh, I don't know. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Godfather Part 2. Damn it. Not quite. But remember, practice makes perfect. Perfect. You've got this. Okay, let's have another go. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. This is from Chinatown. I know this much. Congratulations, you got one correct answer in a row. Let's see if I can get 2 in a row. I feel the need for speed. Then it says Top Gun 1986. I'm going to put Top Gun. What? The correct answer is unknown. No, this is wrong. Okay, so this is interesting. So I'm going to paste this here back into... This is the output when I ran the Daily Starter just now. It had incorrectly pulled the Top Gun quote and also included it, the film title and the year, full stop. When I added Top Gun as the answer, it then said the film was unknown. So it reset my streak to 0. Please can you resolve this? Oh, I'm going to stop. Because I want to add this. Okay, so it thinks it's sorted itself now. I just have to run it until it happens again and see if it works. So now let's try and make this look a bit sexier. So again, going back to the prompt I prepared before. Add simple styling to the daily starter tool. Chalk, I did some research before, and Chalk is a library to colour all the blah blah blah. And add clear dividers and spacing to make the output easy to read. Do not change the personalization logic or the quote logic. Plan first. So I'm going to add that here, and also add that, because you can see here in the terminal, it's blue. So a lot of it might be quite difficult to read. So here you can see this dark red, this red and dark blue against the lighter blue is difficult to read, especially, I don't have any accessibility concerns as far as I know, but other people might do. So I want to make sure it acknowledges that the background is blue and chooses highly contrasting text. The main terminal colors that I use are blue, black. Full stop. Please make sure you choose text color and font colors that are highly contrasting, so anyone with any accessibility concerns will find it super easy to read. Please prioritize this over how pretty the tool is. Okay, so it's gone for yellow, cyan. Cyan's not going to work. Cyan's like blue. So let me just find, I'm going to feed it. I'm going to get a pixel code for, I'm trying to find a blue. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find a blue that's similar to my terminal color. The terminal color background blue is similar to this. I don't think cyan will stand up against this. Please think of another color instead. Full stop. Please make sure that the contrast is high between the background and the font. Okay, reading this here. Okay. So it's got styling, headers one way, quotes different color, date separated different color, labels and prompt bright yellow, bright white. Okay. So now let's go to the terminal. Press up again. Oh, sorry. Please implement. So it's going ahead and building it. Now it's testing the styling itself and thinks it's finished now. Okay, let's have a look. Toga, that is Animal House. I got a streak of 1. Okay, so now hopefully it will apply the styling. Yeah, okay, it's styling. Winter is coming, Game of Thrones. Excellent. I'm on a streak of 2 correct guesses. That color, the results color is green when it's positive. Great guess. The answer is Game of Thrones. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I think what I might want to just do is have a double separation line with the date and time. And then let's go to the next thing. Well, let's just see what the time is actually. 34 minutes. So I've got maybe 20 odd minutes left because I did start this late. This looks really good. Now, can you add a double line separator at the top and at the bottom of the date and time display part? Nice. So this is what it's going to look like. Updated the date time section to use this. Okay, let's see what it does. And it's added it to it. Beautiful. Now, let's try and add some API goodness to it. Oh, so what's the film? So yeah, you're going out a youngster, but you got to come back a star. Tom Sawyer? Or Lost? There's a Sawyer in Lost. It won't be Lost. 42nd Street. That's okay. I've lost. I've got it wrong. Keep going. Your streak has been reset to 0. Thank you very much. I want to add some interesting API calls to augment the starter tool, such as checking the weather. As well as the weather, what interesting data do you think will be good to have inside the tool that requires you to go to the internet and find some API resources? Okay, so what we have here is it's given a variety of weather APIs, daily inspirational quotes, daily facts. I like the idea of a daily fact. Fun fact. Astronomy picture of the day, which is good, but at the moment it's in the terminal. So maybe in the next couple of episodes we'll make it a bit more fancy looking with some graphics and stuff. Daily word of the day. Okay, that's cool. Daily joke. I need a daily joke. Please can you recommend options for daily joke, comma, weather, daily facts and trivia, and let's have a daily health tip, full stop. All of these options you give should have a free tier that doesn't require you to sign up and add a username and password or any form of API key. So it's gone away. Doing some research. Okay, so joke. There's an official joke API, no key required. So the endpoint is essentially a fancy way of saying website address. Weather, OpenMeteo. Got this key, no key required. Facts, useless facts API, love it. Health tip, that's just a list. So what it's saying is it can't find any health tips, so it can create a local list and it'll just kind of cycle through that itself. And I don't want that. Let's implement all of these apart from the health tip because I really want to get the API aspect working. Full stop. I would also like the tool to ask me where I am in the world before it displays the weather to make sure that it is accurate to where I am. Full stop. Please display the weather as it is now and the prediction for the next 24 hours. I'll leave it there. Oh no, it's in agent mode. I want it to be in plan mode. Okay. Ugh. Okay, well, yeah, it's saying this is how it's going to display it. Let's see what it looks like. Yes, proceed. So I'm just going to scroll back here and see if I can find... So this API, this will be the website, the endpoint, the URL that the API is researching, going to by itself. What does it look like if I just go there? Well, it's not that interesting, is it? Let's see if we can get a different one. Weather. Okay, it thinks it's over. Nothing's coming up. Okay, well, let's go back to cursor. So straight away I try and do a thing, and because I have no idea, I can't do it. So here, implementation complete, added features, daily joke API, fetches from official joke API, daily fact API, fetches from useless facts API, weather API from location prompt, ask my user for city name, and then goes to OpenMeteo. Okay, let's try it out. It fails. This is the error I get. Please fix it. Okay, so it thinks it's fixed it. There was a duplicate separated declaration. Let's try it again. Ah, there we go. Hello Kobe, welcome to Daily Starter. Daily joke. Why did the opera singer go sailing? Because they wanted to hit the high seas. Error fetching fact, failed to pass JSON response. Unable to fetch fact at this time. Then it's asking me what city I am in. Let's go for, I'm going to put where I'm actually in. I'm going to put Bramwell. See if it knows where that is. I'm not going to put New York in, that'll be too easy. Weather for Bramwell, mainly clear. Nobody calls me chicken. Can you guess which film or TV show this is from? Back to the Future. Yes! It's Back to the Future. Okay, so cool. So it pulled the joke, which is great. It couldn't do the daily fact. Asked me what city I'm in, and that's great. So I'm just going to pull this back in here because I want to get that fetching fact thing working. Then also I'm going to ask it to be a bit more specific with the weather. Please find below the error that was recorded when I used the tool just now. When I use the toilet now. When you ask for my city, please make sure you understand which country I'm in. Full stop. For example, there are many Londons across the world. Full stop. Right. Let's try it again. Hello, Kobe. Welcome to Daily Starter. Your joke. How do hens stay fit? They always exercise. Daily fact. Unable to fetch fact at this time. What city are you in? London. What country? UK. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Could not find location London, UK. Why? Let's pull all this back into here. Oh, I wish I knew how I quit you. Brokeback Mountain. Streak is still on. My streak is still on. And now the cursor's stalled. So it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Please sort it. Here is the output where it failed in 2 specific places. So the previous runs it's been defaulting to the agent mode. Not particularly happy about that. I wonder if there's a way to set the default as plan mode. I'll try that later on. But okay, asking it to fix itself. Quick timer check. 19 minutes. I estimate I'll have like 5 minutes investigating both issues. Yeah, run it. So now I'm just gonna run everything because I can't be bothered. Run everything runs all commands. So instead of me approving each time, I'm just gonna let it go. Okay. So it reckons the fact API should work and the location should work. Let's run the tool again. Both issues should have been resolved. I mean, the jokes are working. Daily joke, why did the programmer go to art school? Because he wanted to code outside the box. Daily fact is working. A jiffy is a scientific name for 1/100th of a second. Is that right? Is that actually right? What city am I in? Let's say Poynton. Let's really confuse it. What country? UK. There's no crying in baseball. And that is from A League of Their Own. Let's maintain the streak. Get in, 3 out of 3. Right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I've made the tool. I've made it better than I planned it to be. So initially, I said personalization, which I've done, and added a few more bits to that. Better layout and colors, and pulled in a few different APIs. Pulled in a joke API, weather API, tips, and also asked the weather API to do the weather based on my location. So it asks me the location and then sets the weather based on that. So that is awesome. I really enjoyed that. I'll have a think about what to do for tomorrow and come back. Then I'll come back then. I'll see you then. Take care, guys. Bye. Oh, hold on. Time check. 16 minutes. So it's probably about an hour because I did forget to start it.